These are your energy stories from the second week of March 2021, and this is Collaboration Week, where we're going to discuss where collaboration works and where, if we had collaborated more closely perhaps, things might have worked better. First, on positive news, Xcel Energy last week filed a plan with state regulators for a 560-mile, $1.7 billion transmission project to move wind and solar from eastern Colorado to load centers closer to the Front Range. The collaboration is necessary because this project would traverse 4 utility service territories, including Tri-State Generation and Transmission, Black Hills Energy, and the Platte River Power Authority. The project would help Xcel meet its clean energy plan and its goals to add 5,600 megawatts of renewables and storage so it can cut its carbon emissions by 85% from 2005 levels by 2030 to hit state targets. The FERC thinks we need to do this in a lot more places. We're going to need a lot more transmission. And new FERC Chair Richard Glick says we need to build high voltage transmission lines across the country to integrate large volumes of renewables if we're going to reach our GHG goals. And speaking of collaboration, AEP, Dominion Energy, Duke Energy, Entergy, Southern Company, and TVA have created the Electric Highway Coalition. I thought it was a rock group, but no, it's a partnership to create a seamless network of EV fast chargers across their adjoining service territories in the southeastern United States and reduce the specter of range anxiety. Surely that would be a great name for a rock group. These DC fast chargers will be capable of providing the necessary charge in 20 to 30 minutes so people can zip across highways in their EVs. Then there's Texas, where it decided the lack of collaboration between the gas and utility systems and operators got the state into a huge mess that we all know about, but it shows no immediate signs of being fixed. In recent state hearings, the gas operators and regulators pushed back against the narrative from the utility power plant operators that had said frozen gas supplies were responsible for the majority of the shutdowns. The head of the Texas Oil and Gas Association commented that prior to the event, gas had contributed 19% of the overall energy mix to Texas the week prior, while at the height of the event, gas accounted for more than 2/3 of the power generated. He conveniently omitted to mention that gas production had declined from 21 billion to less than 14 billion BCF during the cold spell, while the gas from processing plants declined by a full 85%. Gas gen may have made the bulk of the existing mix, but that's not much help if it fell by 15 gigawatts just as demand peaked. The reality is the gas and the electric systems are inextricably connected, while the regulatory oversight is not. So until there's an entity at the top with the ability to both oversee all aspects and mandate improvements, don't expect that much positive clarity or change. What is clear is that customers will eventually pay. They always do. CPS, the San Antonio municipal utility, serving the largest low-income city in the United States, is one of those caught in the vice. It tweeted to its customers, quote, "We understand it would be unacceptable to have customers bear the costs on their monthly bill, so we are working diligently to find ways to spread those costs to 10 years or longer to make it more affordable." And grid operator ERCOT's also in a bind. It's $2.5 billion short as a result of members' inability to pay. Moody's downgraded them and noted that protocols dictate that it should take some time for these financial shortfalls, known as uplift payments, to be repaid, since under existing protocols, they can only get $2.5 million per every 30 days. If you've quickly worked out the math, then you know we'll all be dead by the time that last penny's been collected, since we're talking 1,000 months. Yeah, that's 80 years. And let's end on a positive note, though. Cryogenic Storage, that's frozen air to you, storage company Highview Power, recently stated it has a dozen firm projects in its pipeline, totaling roughly 400 megawatts and 4 gigawatt hours. This is frozen air that expands 700 times and drives a turbine. Gives you 10 hours of duration. The company has another 60 projects in its pipeline. 11 of those in the pipeline are in the UK, 14 in Spain, and 40 in the US. Let's hope some of those are in Texas. That's all for this week. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.